Still chasing down people for approvals? Well, let me show you how to build an automated approval system here on Knack. So follow me to my desktop right now. Welcome to Knack. My name is George, and on this video, I'm going to show you how to build an automated approval system. This is a no-code solution, so no developer skills required or designer skills. So let's get started. Now, this is my Knack dashboard, and we have several ways to get started with our portal. Now, we can go ahead and generate with AI a portal, which is my personal favorite. Start with the template. So if you are looking for an approval system, there's two templates available as of this video. So you got an employee vacation and PTO tracker or an event calendar for the approvals. Now, if those templates don't fit your needs, we can go ahead and use AI. Or if you are coming from a different application, you can import the data via CSV, Excel, Google Sheets, etc., all from the import data. In this case, I'm going to show you generating with AI. Now, the first thing we need to know is explain what we want for our portal. Now, in this case, I want an automated approval system. So I go ahead and tell it what I need, and then I go ahead and create right now. And in less than 3 minutes, we are going to get our custom built portal using Knack's AI. So let's get a few minutes. There we go. Our portal is now ready, and it automatically generated for us 5 data tables, 5 pages, and 2 user roles. So let's get started and see our portal that was just built with Knack AI. Now, the first thing we want to do is actually visualize how this application is going to look. So let's go into our live app, and we're able to visualize how the portal is built right now. So we got different sections, which is the dashboard, and it has demo data that helps us get started so we understand how the data is going to behave. So we got dashboard, we got our users, we got our requests, our approvals, department, notification, and audit logs, all available from our portal. Now, if this doesn't fit our needs and we need more pages, we can go ahead and create more pages right here. Now, the good thing about this is that every single section that was created right here, we are able to edit it. So if I select this section, I'll get the options on the right. So if I select this chart right here, I can change the look, the style, the data, etc., all from here, the data display, the filtering, and all that will be available for me to modify really easily. And that same thing goes with every single page that's created here. Even for the users, the ad users, the requests, the approvals, etc., we can go ahead and modify the data right here. Now, by default, Knack AI doesn't lock these pages, so we need to manually lock them or automatically lock them all. To do that, all we have to do is select the options here, go to protect page with login, and we are going to enable user registration to access this page. So we're going to say yes, and then we can set it for all logged in users or specific user roles. So in this case, I can select, for example, only for the administrators. Here we go. Let's go ahead and add the login. And now we just locked it for the administrators. So it's just to give you an idea how this works. Now, if we want to lock all the pages, go into settings, user logins, and I would recommend selecting, for example, secure individual pages with the same login. If I save this, we're good to go. And all the pages are going to be locked now. So these pages have now a lock to them, right? Now, the idea here is to select who will have access to each one of these pages. And that's really easy by going into user roles. So if I go to user roles, there's, in this case, users and administrators. If I need a new role, I just click on plus and I'll create a new user role and select the fields that I want for that user role. In this case, these are some users created here in the users, for example. And then we have our field for those users. So that means that these fields are needed for the users. If I need new fields, I'll click on add fields and select the type of data type that I want to request for the users, in this case, which I have selected. And then we have the connections. We are going to select what the users are going to have access to. For example, requests, approvals, departments, etc. And if I need to add a new connection, I click on add new connection, select what section, and we have an example here of how that's going to work and make that connection. We also have options for the validation rules, conditional rules, and task, which will help you automate certain processes of, in this case, the automated approval system. Next thing I want to show you is a database. A database are the databases that are created for each of the important sections in your portal. So in this case, we have a database for requests, for approvals, departments, and if AI didn't create the table that you needed, go ahead and manually create it via Google Sheets, a pre-made table, Excel, or a blank table. Once you have your table, go ahead and select it, go to fields, and add the fields that you need. And for example, in this case, I have selected one of the tables and I can add more fields to it in case something is missing there. And if I need to remove a field, that is possible too by removing it. So it's super easy to modify and make the table more simple or more complex. And again, we also have the connections, We have our validation rules, our conditional rules, and tasks, all available for you to automate the processes right here. And then we have the option to modify the theme, so the look of the portal. So in this case, this is the active theme right now. I'm going to select it, and we have the option to modify the style and the layout straight from here by changing fonts, logos, colors, etc. And all that will be available for you to modify your portal and really personalize it to your liking, all right? Now, once you're good to go, I recommend that you check out Flows, which will help you automate the process. There's templates available in case you want to get started with something more simple. It is possible to do so through these templates. And at the end, I do recommend that you go through the settings, set everything up the way you need it, going through the core settings, security, the map provider, and the data compliance, and the rest of the options available here. Once you're good to go, you're going to have a fantastic portal that's going to escalate with your needs. So definitely check out Knack right now. Go ahead and sign up and build your portal straight away in less than 3 minutes with Knack AI. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification to get notified when new videos come out. And that is a wrap.